Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beela, and I'm coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas Season 5, Episode 8. Push it to the limit. When I tell you it was a bunch of pushing to the limits going on in this episode right here, I was like, what? Okay. What? But anyway, we finna get into it, y'all. We finna get into it because when I tell you, I was like, okay. So this what we gonna do. Child, we did it. Anyway, so the episode picks up where it left off with Danny and contender number 5. So he done hit her from the last episode, and she on the bed in disbelief. So she just like this nigga bro hit me, you know. And he said, look back at her while he tying up his shoes, talking about, so you ain't doing all that talk now. And she was like, I can't believe this is happening. He said, oh, yeah, it's happening. And then he goes back in the inside of his mouth and do his throat. And then he spits. And it just hit the face. It just hit in the face. I said, what kind of spit is that? Anyway, so she's sitting there on the bed with this spit in her face, looking at him, and she tried to get up to go run, right, like woo, 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 but he grabs her back. She was going to get a knife, so he grabs her, and then he throws her down on the floor. And so while he got on the floor, they kind of got a little tussle, like poo, 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 right? So then he gets her by her neck, and he says, you better be glad it was me, because if it was anybody else, it'd have been worse. And she just looking at him, you know, with that Michael Myers stare, just looking at him. And he said, say you sorry. So she just like, this nigga roll just slapped me in my face. He done spit in my face, and he done tossing me down to the ground. And I gotta get my lick back. Danny trying to figure out how to get her lick back. Because if Danny anything like me, we going tit for tat. You hit me, I hit you. And that's what's going to happen. So then, you know, just to get him up off of her, she said, I'm sorry. Then he gets up, and she's just laying on the floor, still in like, I can't believe this is happening. So he goes on and he walk on up outside of her apartment complex. Mind you, I ain't never seen the outside of Danny apartment complex until today. So he walking, thinking he done did himself some good services in there. So Danny, she runs out while he walking, runs out, and she start pop, 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 pop in the back. You hit me. I can't believe you hit me. And then he hauled back and hit her again. I don't know if was that a playground over there to the side. But anyway, she kind of, you know, fall off into the roughage. Because they weren't rocks, like a playground, dirt, sand, I don't know. And then he kind of rough up over there, you know. So then he gets up again, walk out. So Danny like, I gotta get my lick back. This nigga bro hit me. So then she gets up. I don't know what this was deep under. Then it must have stashed that stick or whatever that was up under them, that grout or whatever she was laying on, because she found that a little bit too easy. She went to wailing. Pop, hit him in the back of the head. Pop, hit him in the back of the back. Pop, hit him in the back of the knee, on the side of the knee, in the ankles. So he like, ooh, 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 ooh. You know, he just like, oh my God. So then, child, was that a minivan? What is that he was in? I don't know what that was he was in. Audi, minivan, I don't know, SUV, child. So whatever it was she had in her hand, she done pop. I bust the windows out the front. What's that? At the side window. Then she pop. I bust the windows out the back window. Pop. I bust the windows. She was busting all the windows out the car. I'm telling you, Jasmine Sullivan ain't got nothing on her. She was busting every window, but she was not finished. She said, I got to get my lick back. This nigga roll hit me. He spit on me. He tossed me down to the ground. He just threw me in the rocks. Yeah, I did bust them windows and hit him in the back of the head and the ankles with that bat. But I ain't done. I ain't done. So then she goes over to her car. I said, Daddy, that's your car? She said, yeah, that's my car. I said, well, at least it's paid for. Because I don't know if there was a 1993 Toyota Prism or if there was a 1995 Toyota Corolla. It don't matter. Danny got transportation. But I did not know that was her car. That might have been her backup car. Because you know how. It don't matter. Danny is mad. Danny got in her car. And I said, I know she's not finna hit this little bitty car up against that van looking thing. But it's okay. She did it. When I tell you she went full force into the side of that man's vehicle, boom. She like, ah! Ooh, only thing she saw was smoke and mirrors, red, black, and blue. Because it was a whole scene going on here. I said, Danny, did you get him? She looked at me and I looked at her. She said, I don't know yet. She gonna have to get out and check. But we didn't see that part. That was just something that I was thinking in my head, but she didn't give me the answer until the end of the episode. And we gonna get there. But child, when I tell you, I was like, Danny, get him again. Get him again. Then I said, hold on, wait. Don't tear your car up. How you gonna get to work, girl? But anyway, that was Danny. Mad, and I don't blame her. You ain't gonna spit in my foot. You think boy? Anyway, so back over there where Karen being held hostage in her own house. Child, this is Karen's bathroom. I said, now, at first I thought Karen was in her hair masteries, but she said she was in her bathroom and she was over there calling Andy. I said, now Tyler could have put some paint on them walls. You know what? I'm not gonna. I was distracted by the walls papers. I didn't know that they still had that kind of wallpaper alive. But anyway, so she calling Andy and she like, Andy, I need your help. I've been trapped inside of my house with my mama and I gotta get out. And Andy is like, is it that bad? Yes, ma'am, it's that bad. I really need to see you today. I gotta see you. I gotta see Brina. I gotta see Danny. I just need to see y'all. And can you make that happen? She said, well, you know, I'll try to get in touch with Danny. She ain't really, you know, Danny's still mad at me. No, Danny ain't mad. I'll just try with Brina. I try. You know, because she can't tell. You know, Karen is on the bed rest. And Andy can't tell Karen that Brina in jail. And Andy don't even know what happened to Danny. So she think that everything's still good with Danny. So, you know, she just trying to say, okay, we going to see what we going to do. We're going to try to work it out. We'll go by there and see you later. So they get off the phone, right? And Andy is like, oh my God, I almost spilled the beans. Yes, you did, girl. Keep your mouth closed. Now, you a lawyer. You need to know how to stay silent when need be. So, she get off the phone, and then Karen, back at her house, she tried to creep out to the table, and the mama was like, hey, baby, I cooked breakfast. So, I guess everybody eating porridge this morning, because I didn't know if them was grits, malto meal, mashed potatoes with cheese on top. I didn't know what that was in that bowl. But anyway, so they sit down and they talking. Karen trying to plead her case. She just like, look, mama, well, first of all, her mama said, how you feel? She said, you know what, mama, I actually feel pretty good. You know, I didn't wake up thinking about Zach. Mama said, man, I didn't know you was doing that every morning. She said, yeah, but it's okay. It's good. I didn't wake up feeling like that. And she said, you know what? That ordeal that we had, you know, it was all right. It did pretty good. Oh, mind you, I skipped something, because when Karen was in that bathroom talking to Andy, she did say that they had that whole meetup over there at her mama house, and everybody came over, and also Fatima, and Andy act like she didn't know, and then Karen's like, you know that you knew. So that was what that was. Anyway, so back over here at the table while they was eating these malto meal grits, mashed potatoes with cheese on top. So they sitting there talking, and she said, Mama, I just got to get out the house. I mean, can I get out for about at least an hour? She said, girl, nah, 30 minutes. 30 minutes? What about 45? No, 30 minutes. Mama, dang, I'm trying to negotiate. Well, I could negotiate 25 minutes. But get dog, Mama, how strict can you be? You know, she a grown woman. She got to sit here. But yes, she do. And then she said, okay, you know what? We can go on over there to your hair mastery, but I'm going with you. Oh my God, mama. I can't even go by myself. You got to be right there. She said, yeah. So, but this was weird. I'm going to get there, but I'm going to say this. And they was at that hair mastery. Did they drive there together or did they drive separately? Because the mama left before Karen. So how did Karen get home? But anyway, I'm jumping ahead. Because my mind do that. Y'all know that my mind do that. All right. So they made the deal. They made the arrangement. They going to try to get on up out of the house. So back over there at Andy's place. Andy over there, she up early in the morning. And Gary, he's still in bliss. You know, he's still a little sweaty, a little sticky. Andy done got up, took her shower, put her clothes on. She's like, hey, I got to get ready to go. Where you going? I told you I got to go see my friend. I'm trying to work some stuff out with my friend. Ah, man, for real? You going to really do me like this? Yeah, I told you before you came over that I had some business to take care of. He like, okay, well, you can just go ahead and leave. I'll just stay where? You ain't staying here. You going to get your clothes. You going to take your shower and you going to go ahead and leave. He was like, no, I can stay. This is my, I bought my house I bought you a house with my money. Now, look, you said we weren't going to be doing this, Gary. You got this house for me. Now, I'm trying to make sure you good because I'm good because we good. We ain't even together like that, bruh. We taking this one step at a time, day by day, minute by minute. This ain't what we doing. We just, having fun, trying to work it out, see how everything gonna go before we can make a commitment. Because we tried to get this done before, but you keep reneging. So I'm trying to make sure you gonna keep your word, that you're not gonna go crazy on me when I do actually give you a chance. He like, okay, yeah, you right. And then he gonna have some clothes talking about, I thought I could leave these clothes over. Nope. You, your body, your towel, your clothes. Y'all can go ahead and get in that shower and y'all can go ahead and leave. So he gets up. He get her a kiss in the morning time. She said, oh, we kissing? Oh, okay. Look at there. He looking like, oh, I'm trying to change. I'm trying to do something a little different. So he goes ahead and he get in that shower. She makes sure that shower was good and running. And then she hear it. She shut that door to that bathroom. And she gets to looking, at all them papers. I'm like, Danny, you got a phone right there. Why you don't take some pictures real quick? You gonna remember all that? You gonna remember all them pages? That's about 6 pages. You gonna remember all that? I don't know why she didn't take no pictures. So she just sitting there looking over stuff. Well, child, maybe she got a photographic memory. I don't know. So she looking through the stuff. Oh my God, what are you up to? What are you doing? Child, I don't know what he doing. So she put all the papers back and then she calls Danny on the phone, right? Danny, what are you doing? I'm trying to get in contact with you. Ain't nobody picking up. Because Danny, she's still over there. She can't believe it's not butter. But anyway, so she like, okay. So she get out the phone with Danny, and then she called the judge. Judge ain't picking up. She like, yeah, I'm trying to call this judge, trying to call Danny. Ain't nobody picking up. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either, Andy. So she's sitting there trying to figure out her life. This her making all them phone calls because she don't know what to do. All right. So back over there at Zach and Fatima's place. Fatima's still mad. Child, she made at breakfast. He made her some porridge. Zach told me, I got breakfast. Fatima said, what is this, porridge? Child, the same thing that Karen mama made her. Anyway, so they sitting there talking. You mad? You still mad? She's just like, you know what? I'm good. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about Karen. I don't want to talk about Karen. And then he bring up her gangster cousin somehow, some way. Anyway, and then he told me, what you do, what you meditate, you zenning. She said, yeah, because I'm trying to start my day off right. I'm not trying to start my day off thinking about what happened last night with Karen and the mama and Aaron and all y'all and y'all drama. So he just like, okay. I want to make it right. Can we have dinner tonight? Because I want to ask you some questions. She said, questions? Yeah, I got 21 questions. Child, well, what's the questions? Oh, now you want to perk up. Right now, Fatima, she want to get out happy. What you gotta ask me, child? Maybe this is when he gonna ask her to marry her, because on Zach and Fatima show, he asked her to marry her when they went out to dinner. So maybe this is it. Because I was so wondering, like, okay, so y'all got the neighbor, she over there next door. So when are y'all getting engaged? So maybe that's what it is. Because I guess so. Because she was mad about she was mad about what had happened with them anyway. That's another reason why he asked to marry her on Zach and Fatima and Zach Zatima. So maybe that's gonna be the question. All right. He said, yeah, baby, I'm taking you out. We're going to have, wear that thing that I like. And, we're just going to have a good night tonight. She's like, oh, okay. All right, baby. They kiss and they going on about their life. So back over at the office, Hayden, he thinking he walking through. He see Robin. Robin said, oh, yeah, I need to speak with you in my office. So they go into his office. Hayden, with this old smug look on his face, he trying to figure out, what do Robin want him in his office. So Robin said, okay, sit down. They sit down or whatever. And so he said, do you know about this email that I received? And then Hayden with his old, I hate when he do his mouth like that. That's just so, that mouth. Anyway. So he like, what you talking about? What email? This email right here. So he takes his laptop and he show it to Hayden. Hayden like, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know about no email. He said, yes, you do. He said, because I got this email traced and it had traced right back to you. Traced right back to you. And he like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's still acting dumb, right? So Robin pulls out this file and he gives it to Hayden. Hayden smiling. Then he opened up them papers. He like, no. Do you know anything about that? That's Robin. He talking about, well, yeah, you got me. So, yeah, what I'm saying? I sent you the email. So, why did you send it to me, Hayden? I sent it because I just thought you needed to know. Why would I need to know this? I don't know. I just thought you would need to know. And so, Robin like, well, if Andy found out about this, she could sue us. She could sue you. She could sue this company. She could sue all of us. He said, you know what? You on your third strike. He like, my third strike? Anyway. So he started bringing up how much money he done made from the company. I done made 34% of the money at this company. Then she said, well, that was last year. You only made 12% this year. He like, well, it don't matter. I'm still making this money for you. And I brought the dudes from the hedge fund to come over here and work with you. So I'm doing my job. He said, well, you know what? Robin said, well, you can be invaluable to this company. And he said, if anything else like that comes up again, then I'm going to show you how invaluable you are. Meaning you ain't gonna have no job partner. Hayden act like he ain't worried about it, but in the inside I know he's scared, but he can't show that to Robin. So he just like so they go ahead and they walk off. So while he was walking off, Andy walking in, he say some little slick stuff to Andy. Andy come on up in her office. She can't even get in the office good. Robin, he slithering on up in her and he's slithering on up in the office, sitting up here asking Andy, we need to talk. Here she go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it about work, sir? If it ain't about work, sir, we don't need to talk about it, sir. He just like, well, I really need to talk to you. I wanted you to apologize. About what, sir? About work, sir? I said, I know that's right, Andy. You keep putting it on him. Sir, yes, sir. Yeah, you ain't gonna do me like this time. You thought you had me, but now I got you. Sir, say yes, sir. And I got some information too, but she ain't gonna tell him yet. It's gonna happen later on Tyler Perry's Sistas. So he gets in his feelings and he walk up out the office like a dog with his tail tucked between his legs, right? So, she just like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. So while she in there trying to get adjusted in her office, here it go. Fatima, she comes in, get a little coffee. Hey, boss, how you doing? Doing fine. Good morning. How everything going? What's going good? And then, Andy, she just a little bit worried. She just like, I've been calling the number that your cousin gave me, but I ain't get nothing. I dialed, I text, I did everything, but ain't nothing happening. And she just like, well, I don't know. Well, Fatima gets out her phone. She texts Madam Eva. And then she said, okay, just wait. Stay by your phone. You're going to get that good phone call. And so she just like, are you sure? She said, trust me. She said, okay, I'm just going to wait it out. And mind you, even before that, Fatima brings up the fact that he saw, Robin. Andy said she don't want to talk about it. That's the last thing on her mind. She don't want to deal with Robin. And then Fatima talks about what happened down there, over at Karen's house. Because Fatima brought out, she said, well, I went over to Karen's house. She said, no, I did not know. Right? And so she said, well, she glad she went. She said she was glad that she got to hear what Karen had to say to get that out, so Karen had to get that off her chest. And she also said that I had to get what I had to get off my chest too. So now we came to a conclusion and an understanding. Oh, you know what I forgot too? I'm sorry, y'all. Back when they was at the dinner, well, when her mom was feed her that malto meal, her mama had brought up the simple fact about them dates that Fatima had told the mom. And she said, Fatima was telling me something about run the dates back from your period 10 days and 11 days, and you'll figure out who your baby daddy is. Karen over there shook like she didn't want to know. She didn't want to find out. Karen said she already did that, but she know that it's Zach's. Her mama said, are you sure? What about the ultrasound? Karen ain't got no ultrasound yet. Because Karen don't want to know that baby is not Zach's. She want to hold on to the fact that baby is Zach's. But to be honest, she don't even know. So it is what it is. So back here. Sorry, I had to jump back to go back forward. Anyway. So Fatima brings up, Mama Lisa. She said, yeah, Mama Lisa, she real cool. And I'm glad I got to meet her. And she also, put Karen in her place too, because she heard where I was coming from. And, and it was like, you right, because Mama Lisa don't play. She don't play. It is what it is. She said, yeah, they had a good time, whatever. And so then Andy ended up getting that good phone call. Ring, 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 ring. Oh, this the judge. All right, girl, go and talk to the judge. I'll be on there in the back. All right. Oh, yeah, that's what that was. So, yeah. So then Hayden calls Gary and tells Gary that Robin called him into the office and knew that he was the one that sent him the email. Gary said, how did you know? How did he know that? He said apparently he got he has friends in the CIA. He has I guess friends. Is that the right word? Friends? Alliances? People he know in the CIA. And Gary was like, for real? He was like, yeah, at least that's what he said. Because Hayden always be thinking people be lying. And he was like, wow, if he got connection to the CIA, then he must be, he must know a lot of people. And then Hayden just like, well, shoot, I ain't worried about all that. And then they start to talk, and Gary told Hayden, you know what? Well, if he got connections to the CIA, then you need to monitor your conversation on the work phone. He said, well, I'm using my cell phone. He said, well, he could probably track that too. Hayden said, for real? Talking about, nah, I'm just playing. Gary, he over there laughing. Well, he looking serious right here, but he was laughing. Talking about, nah, I'm just playing. And then Gary even told Hayden, you know what? You talk too much. You really talk too much. And Gary really kind of don't want to get into that with Hayden. And Hayden said, well, we friends. And Gary like, are we friends? Like, we was using each other for a purpose. But Gary kind of like, now that I got what I need, I don't know if I even need you anymore. Pretty much. So they still trying to run this thing. Hayden talking about he need to go ahead and with the information so they can take over Robin's company, because for some reason Hayden feel like he can run the company. I am so tired of Hayden. I'm tired of him. He talked too much. Sabrina, I'm so glad she's back. So now they can cut a lot of these lines, a lot of this screen time with Hayden. It can cut a lot of this screen time with Q. Good I didn't get to see him today, Q or Calvin, to cut a lot of this screen time, because I need to see Karen and Maurice. I need to see what they got going on, child. Anyway, not Karen, I'm sorry, but Sabrina and Maurice. I need to see what they got going on. I'm tired of looking at Hayden. He talks too much. I'm sick of him. Shoot. God dog, I'm sick of him. Him, Q, Calvin. Anyway, so they got off the phone. So Karen and her mom, they arrive over at the hair mastery, right? So they're in there, and Pam is happy to see Karen. Child, Karen happy to see anybody with two legs other than her mama, Aaron, and Zach. So she's just happy to see people. Karen said, how you doing? How the shop doing? Everything good? She just want to stay a while. Pam tells her to sit down, everything good with you. And the mama, she gets a phone call and she goes on back to the back to take her phone call. So they in there talking. Karen, like, I need you to come up with a plan to get me away from my mama. She is driving me crazy. I'm tired. I've been in my own bed rest. Pam like, child, I wish I had somebody to take care of me the way I ain't got to get up and do nothing. She said, no, it ain't like that. It's bad. It's crazy. We got to do something. I need you to get me up out of this. I need you to talk to my mama. So while they're talking, trying to come up with a plan, then Andy walks in. So when Andy walked in, child, Karen forgot she was even talking to Pam. She's like, Andy, when I tell you she hugged Andy, Andy said, you ain't never hugged me like that before. She said, girl, I'm just so happy to see you. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I need you to get me up out of here. But then she look around. She like, dang, where Brina? Where Danny? Andy said, well, Danny ain't answering the phone, man. To my man, she's still mad, huh? She's still mad. She like, nah, she ain't mad. But what about Brina? She said, well, I really, Sabrina couldn't make it, And so they trying to come up with a plan on what they need to do to get away from the mama. She telling Karen, Andy is bad. She telling Pam is bad. She trying to make Andy put on sad faces. So Andy could end up looking after Karen. Child, it's a whole fool. It's a whole mess. It's a whole lot of going on. All right. So they over there. The mama come back in after her phone call. And she's sitting here. Karen is like, Mama, you don't have to worry about me. I got my girls here. They're going to take turns watching me. They're going to make sure I'm good. And so the mama was like, oh, okay. So they gonna take care of you. She said, yeah. She said, okay, well, that's fine. I got to go to the VA anyway. Okay, I see. You just, now all of a sudden you can leave. But then the mama said, well, I did call Aaron to come and take care of you. Karen is like, why did you call the accountant? Why did you call him? Like, I don't even like him like that, Mama. Why did you do that? And everybody kind of look over to the left. They look to the right. They put their head down, scratching their head like, ooh. So the mama, she go ahead and she leaves. She walk out the door, right? And so, Andy says, so do you think that your mama really called Aaron? And then, Karen starts saying, no, I don't think so, or whatever. And then, it was either Pam. I think Pam said, yeah, because if she would have called Aaron, child, he would have been blowing up your phone. Child, 3 seconds later, child, that's that phone ringing in her purse. I'm like, oh, Lord, child, the dead has arisen. That's all he needed was a phone call. He come running with the cape and all. So, this part had me just kind of like, Danny come in like she was doing a walk of shame down that alleyway, right? So she walking in with her glasses on, and she was talking to the receptionist, and she said, what's Andy real name? Andrea Burns? What's that girl name? Andrea, whatever her last name is. Is she here? The receptionist said, nah, she not here. And can you tell her Daniela, whatever is here? Nah, she not here. Well, is Fatima, what is Fatima last name? Fatima Brown? Child, I don't know. Is she here? Talking about, she's here. Well, can you call her? So the receptionist called Fatima. She just like, hey, we have a Danny here. I thought the girl said her name was Daniela. You can just call her Danny. Anyway, so she said, it's a Danny up here. She was looking for Andy. Fatima said, look, Andy ain't here. Well, she wants to talk to you so she can see where Andy is. She said, well, Fatima said, did she ask for me? She said, well, I mean, yeah, kind of. Well, can you just come up here, please? Because Danny up in there crying. She can't get her words out. She's like, I just need something. Can't just come. Them to come and get me. Anyway, so Fatima comes out of her office. She goes to see Danny. Danny is choked up, crying, scared, shaking, shivering, because she don't know what's going on right now. So Fatima like, are you okay? Come back here. She said, yeah, I'm just looking for Andy, and I can't find her. I was calling her. She said, well, come in my office. I thought Fatima said, come in my office. But then when they go into the office, leaves out the office and she calls Andy. Andy said, well, I'm right here. And Fatima tells Andy that that Danny is in her office. So I guess she was in Andy's office? Anyway, so they go there. They in the office. Yeah. So they in there. They in the office. And she is crying. She is distraught. Andy is telling Danny. Andy is telling Fatima, go get her some water, and Andy automatically was thinking that Danny was frustrated about Sabrina. And she was like, it's okay, Danny, I've been trying to call you. We get to see Sabrina today, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, child. It's going to be okay. And so Danny said, look, this ain't even about Sabrina. She said that I killed the man. She said he dead. And I ran him over with my car. And it's just like, you did what? Because she said she needed a lawyer. And she said, girl, yeah, I killed him. Yeah, he hit me, all that. And I ran him over with my car. I said, girl, what you gonna do? So I got a few little questions. I don't know if y'all got the same questions. So my first question is, that's why I said earlier, maybe that was Dennis' paid for car, her secondary car. Because either she must have, maybe she Ubered. I'm just going, okay, she Ubered. She Ubered over there down there to Andy's house. Down there to Andy's office. So she Ubered, right? So another thing, Danny lives in an apartment complex with other people that's in the complex. So ain't nobody heard nothing. Ain't nobody called the police. Ain't nobody called the ambulance. Ain't nobody doing nothing. So Danny had all day to go, take a shower, put her curls in her hair, put her shades on, Uber a ride, benefit of the doubt, get to Andy's office to say she killed somebody, and ain't nobody called the police. So the man still just laying in his car, in his minivan, Audi, whatever that car is. He just still down there with the windows busted out. I know it got to be at least 3 o'clock in the evening. So ain't no, okay. Y'all tell me what y'all think. And then another thing, that's like, I remember I asked y'all earlier. So what y'all, Karen went there with her mama. So how did Karen get home? Did she Uber home? Maybe Pam took her home. Because Danny, she was running around here running the people over, and Sabrina in jail. So maybe Karen Ubered home too. I don't know. But a lot of people are arriving at destinations, and I don't know how they got there. At least they didn't tell us. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, this episode was pretty good. I had a good time watching it. And yeah, what y'all think? Child, it's a whole mess. By the time this storyline moving, and I finally get to see Sabrina. Child, she got her whole afro out. And her hair thick too. Anyway, y'all, this Sheila Beela. I know I forgot a lot of stuff. I know I did. Charge to my head and my heart. Remember, Jesus loves you. Y'all have a great day. And bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please like, and subscribe. Because y'all want to push me through the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So I can go ahead, get my family, my village. I need at least 2,000 subscribers, y'all. I'm not asking for much. Just a little bit. Help a sister out. All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.